This is day 1 of the 5 Perfect Week Challenge. I'm with Teo, and we're gonna start on the mile.
Yo, John Sanders with Limitless Soups. How you guys doing? Let me get started here. All right, I want to get started with something that I was just thinking about. All right, all these stupid thoughts come to my head. If you're here, check it in the comments section, please, so that I know that you're here. But yeah, all these comments just are all these thoughts just come in my head all the time, and I can't stop them from coming in my head. This latest one was this. All right, a lot of kids join our program and then they realize that it's too much for them. And when the parents ask me about it, I can't lie, so I'm just like, yeah, it is too much for your kid. And then they're like, well, do something about it. I'm like, I can't. All right, we made our program for certain people, and the people who this program is for are like the best of the best of the best. And it's because no programs really offer those guys anything, so I wanted to make a program for those guys. Now, just because those guys don't want to join our program doesn't mean that it's not still for those guys. And you might be like, well, adjust it to whoever. And I'm like, well, that's not very fair. It's not very fair to the kids who want to become those guys. All right, because if the best players are going at a 95% clef, and the worst players are going at an 80% clef. All right, what up, Finley Chastain? Then how can those players ever catch the higher players? So I like to compare it to this. All right, this might sound silly to you, but it's the sword and the stone. All right. So those of you guys who don't know the story, this kid pulls a sword from the stone. He's like, I'm king, blah blah blah. Right? But look, imagine if that sword can only be pulled by the best of the best people, right? Like the kings and the magistrates and stuff. All right. For you guys, fortunately, this sword and the stone is just out there lying on the ground for anyone to pick up. Except it's going to be hard to pick it up. What up, Noah Taz, Mass F? All right, it's going to be hard to pick up this sword and the stone because it's although it's not in the stone, it's on the ground, but it's too heavy for you to wield. It's too much for you to carry. It's too hard for you to do it. But you can train and you can try because I'm giving you a chance. All right, I'm giving you a chance to do exactly what the best players in the whole world might do. And again, this program is not for everybody. This program is for Finley Chastain. All right, like seriously, like not even Finley's sister did our program. It was like, yeah, I'm not doing that crap. All right, but it was perfect for her. All right, so we made this program for people who could like withstand so much stuff, and that's like Kiernan, maybe like Noah right here, right? But it's not for everybody. But you should be happy that you're given a chance to be like Kobe Bryant, to be like Steph Curry, because why not? What up, Weston? So you might as well just take that chance while you have it. So like the story of the sword and the stone, except there's no stone, would you try to pick up the sword? All right? And if you wouldn't try to pick up the sword, you're chicken. All right? I'm not saying that you have to pick it up and like go like this with it and flip it over your back and stuff like that. Nah, man, I'm just saying try. I'm saying put your hand down, try to post 7 days a week, try to do the homework, try to do that kind of stuff, because you never know what's going to happen, because you might be strong enough eventually to wield that sword in the stone. All right, now let's check out some stuff that we're going to talk about today real quick. All right, first things first is news, and this is news to me. Did you guys know that this might be a new shot in the NBA? Right here.
The Warriors, everybody seems to get an opportunity. That's when a GM says, yeah, I got you too many good players. How about that? Oh, my God. Did you see that? The Warriors.
Okay, now, I don't know what I think about this shot. All right, look, this shot is crazy, okay? It's not that crazy a shot, but it's just that there was 11 seconds left on the shot clock. All right, I don't need you guys shooting that shot yet. This is practiced by Buddy Hield. He's one of the greatest shooters in the world. Fun fact about Buddy Hield, he was not a great shooter in his like freshman year in college. All right, and he just decided to become great over the summer and like worked tirelessly to improve his shot. It's one of the only people to actually do that. But I can imagine this shot trickling down to youth basketball, and I'm scared. I'm scared for this, and that's why I included it in today's news.
Everybody seems to get an opportunity. That's when a GM says, yeah, I got you too many good players. How about that?
I mean, his elbow was tucked. He was twisted around. He shot it. He's just an amazing shooter. Please don't shoot this shot yet. You can practice it. I mean, there are some benefits.
Oh, my God. Did you see that? The Warriors, everybody seems to get an opportunity. That's when a GM says, yeah, I got you too many good players. How about that?
Again, with 11 seconds left on the shot clock, that's some news for you. All right. Next is we have this thing. My reaction to this video. This guy's playing one-on-one in the streets on a bus. The bus has the hoop, and he's playing one-on-one against this random dude. All right, what's this all about? Let's check it out. The hang on the rim was a bit excessive. I mean, you might get punched in the balls if you hang on the rim like that with me. But yeah, you can't keep your back turned, dude. Can't keep your back turned. He definitely fell like a long ways. You might as well just fall and hit the floor. You can't be stumbling like that. Fall and get back up fast. But yeah, that was an older dude playing against a younger dude. I feel it. I feel it. You might have to retire, buddy. You might have to retire. Anyways, let's go to the to freaking. Let's see what we're gonna do for the day. All right. So you guys are off in fall break. So hopefully you guys are doing extra work and posting on the website. Okay. We got fake behind the back for homework, 3 decision drill, Reddick chase drill, ankle breaker crossover, which we just saw ankle breaker crossover right there. All right. Penetrate and fill drill, sprint dribble, cone touch. But for today we got judgment shot. For judgment shots, I want you guys looking to see if their elbows are in. I want you guys looking to see if they follow through. I want you guys being able to judge someone else so that when they have to judge you, they judge you. We don't have video on that one, but look at that. All right. And that's how we're going to do it for the day. Just understand that. For 7-minute shooting, this is a drill where our best time of all time is Kiernan Louth. All right. You get 7 minutes to shoot this thing. All right. And Kiernan Louth, besides Sean Smith, is the best shooter to ever do this, and he has all the records. All right. So if you look at our challenge section, guys, and anyone can be on there. I don't care if they're a part of our program or not. All right. So Finley, if you want to challenge this, see how many that you can get in 7 minutes. All right. On our website, looking at the challenges, the quick challenges, it's the 7-minute drill. All right. So you scroll down, 7-minute drill, click on it. All right. You can see the the rules up there, but the video's right here, and it has Sean's all-time winning time right there, and hitting 43 threes in 7 minutes. Now you have to start off with the other shots though to begin with. What's up, Teo Trujillo? All right, and you do get tired shooting the layups because you got to make 20 layups. You got to make 5 in a row from the elbows, but then you can shoot your threes to see how many that you can make. All right, I used to make about 25 each time when I was in college. All right, now I can probably make like 15, maybe 10. Oh man, I'm a bad shooter. Okay, but let's see what you guys can do. And even if you do badly, even if you don't even make it to the threes, who cares? You're getting a whole bunch of shots up. But if you think that you're want to be a great three-point shooter, this is a great drill. All right. Now again, for those of you guys who want to see it, let's check it out right now and see what Sean Smith did. So again, you start with the 20 layups like this, and then it goes to 5 in a row from the elbows, and then you shoot your three. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. You guys know the drill. But if you can do it, we'll put you in our top list. Let's see who has the best time all time at this besides Sean Smith. I don't think anyone's touching Sean Smith's time, but let's see what you can do. What is your best time ever? What is your best time ever? Put it in the comment section. All right. Next thing, we got cops and robbers. Don't forget the tip to cops and robbers. All right, if someone's chasing you down on the fast break, the tip is the same as cops and robbers. All right, so look, obviously you're the robber if you have the ball. Everyone else is the cops, right? So the cops are chasing you, right? They're like, whoa, 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 right? And you're the robber going away. Imagine this. Imagine if I'm the robber running away, but then I just stop my car and I point my guns at you. Is that too much to say for YouTube? And I start attacking the cops. Now they got to slow down. Basically, you're doing that. If people are chasing you, don't just go straight toward the basket. You want to go at them, toward the middle. Attack them, because if you can hit them while they're moving, that's a moving foul, okay? All right? They can't do that. All right? Got it? All right, Teo, check out our comments. We got a special guest. Yes, we got a special guest in the audience. All right? So that's cops and robbers. Make sure that you go at them, please. All right, next one is pump fake to Next one, battle ropes. And the one that we're not talking about is backboard alley-oops, because we're going to film that tonight, but it's off the backboard alley-oops to either yourself or to your teammate. Next is we got, what do we have here? We got an interview. An interview? Nah, not an interview. Let's go with a debate question. Debate question is this. All right, Basketball Hall of Fame just happened, and our guy from Colorado, Chauncey Billups, is in. All right, personal friend, Chauncey Billups is my boy. That's my boy. And we even have Chauncey's cousin as our other coach, in J.J. Griffin. So we have close ties to Chauncey Billups, man. My stepdad was his youth basketball coach. We got all the ties, but he just made the Hall of Fame. But that question, how do people get in the Hall of Fame? And should it be like a transparent thing? Did you guys know that the Hall of Fame and other genres and other sports are a lot more transparent, in that like the NFL, they have like this whole voting process, and like you know who's voting, you know who said what, they have like a meeting or something like that. And then in Major League Baseball, they actually have like a threshold. You have to like pass by like 75% of people have to vote for you, and you can only be done for this many years, you can only have this many. The NBA just goes, who do we want in? And they just tell us. There's no like rules or anything like that. They just go, we want this guy. And this is being brought up because Chauncey is a great player. He probably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm glad that he is. I think that it's weird that his teammate Ben Wallace made it before him. All right. However, there's also Vince Carter. Of course, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. But the third one that people are questioning is my guy from the Lakers, Michael Cooper. All right, this guy was rarely a starter. He was usually off the bench, and he was just a defensive player. But they did win 5 championships. He was on a team with other Hall of Famers, and you wouldn't even call him like one of the best players on the team, let alone Hall of Fame. His stats don't really show it, and it's weird. But I guess it's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I don't know. As a Laker fan, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. I say Michael Cooper doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. But yes, here's this year's Hall of Fame class. We got Chauncey right there. We got Vince Carter right there. And there's Michael Cooper and some other guys. Oh, Doug Collins. I know him. Some other guys. I don't know who these other people are. But yeah, so congratulations to everybody in the Hall of Fame. I ain't in the Hall of Fame. Mike Cooper's better than I'll ever be. But you got to question it. Should they make it more transparent? I don't know. All right. Let's check to see what we're doing for our tryouts. All right. What we're doing for our tryouts. That's why the interview thing, the questions are about our tryouts, which is this. All right. All right. So look, here's my newest game plan. My latest game plan is this. All right. I want to give coaches a free ride. I want to find all the parents in all of Colorado that want to coach just our regular teams. All right, our regular teams where they get equal playing time. It's just easy. Just coach once a week for games, whatever, right? Contact them, text them, make them feel special. I want those people in for free. I want their kids in for free, and I want them coaching, whatever. So I want to get all these teams packed. Below them, however, will be our better teams. Will be the teams playing the elementary school, high school deal with 4 grades combined, right? But I even want more teams on top of that. I want each city to have its own team per grade, and I want each city to have its own elite team as well. Then I want our whole league to have its own grade level teams, and our own league to have its own elite teams. So when we do that, we're allowing for people to kind of just weed themselves out. But how I want to do that is this. I want to do it with a tryout process. All right. And when we have a tryout process, I want to know this. All right. I want to know, where would you want to end up? Where would you like to be in this tryout process? So right here is on the first week of August, we'll have a tryout. And each group, like first grade, they have to try to get 64 people at that tryout, which is a lot. All right, and we got to maybe get more so we can cut some people, but 64 people. All right, that's the goal for any location. 64 people for that grade. All right, so we can have all our teams. That's a ton of kids. All right, but anyone signing up that night, we'll give them a book, some T-shirts, and stuff like that. But as they come back for the following day, all right, for the following week, they're gonna try out those kids. 16 per grade are gonna try out for their particular team based off of their personality type, and we're gonna take the top 6. So the bottom 10 are gonna remain on this basic team. This basic team playing first grade, let's say, or second grade, or third grade, playing your grade. But the top 6 get to move on to this level, and then out of those people, we're gonna figure out the best of them as well. And then we're going to put them back together and then figure out the best. So you get to keep advancing from week to week. And as you keep going, eventually you end up with more gear, because we're going to give you more gear as you go ahead, but you'll end up on these teams. And the funny part is, and here's the question, is this. Once you're on this Limitless Hoops team, let's say that you're one of the top players in our whole thing. You're one of the top 3 first grader, top 3 second grader, top 3 fourth grader, top 3 fifth grader. So we have 12 kids on this team. I don't think it's going to be that many, actually. It'll be 2. Sorry, top 2, 2, 2, and 2. All right, so they'll have 8 kids on this team only, because they want playing time. We don't have to worry about these kids. They're the best players. They will always be there. We don't need 10 or 12 people. They can just use 8. That's a team to be on. However, this team right below them, who don't have the best players, because the best players are on this team, but they have the second best players. I think that this 4th grade team can beat this team. All right, this 4th grade team right here All right, this fourth grade team right here can beat this team because they have all fourth graders. And these guys just have the top 2 fourth graders. These guys have the 3rd best fourth grader all the way through like the 13th best fourth grader. And they'll be playing against a team that has 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders on it. That's why I like this system, because it's going to challenge our teams no matter what. So many systems have an elite team that can't get beat by anyone unless they go out of state. We're going to have our elite team be able to get beat by a team within our own culture, within our own place. So all the games will be competitive. We're getting beat by worse players. That's why I like this. But which one would you want to be a part of? Would you want to be a 2nd grader playing against other 2nd graders? Would you want to be a 2nd grader on this elite team losing to a team below you, basically? I want this to be very, very competitive, and this is what I'm trying to shape. And if we can make this work, and if we can put all this together, it'll be a home run. And instead of just like one Chauncey Billups, Colorado can have a whole bunch of them. So what do you guys think about my idea? Let me know in the comment section. And in the meantime, let's move on to the trivia question today. Trivia question is this: who holds the record for most consecutive shots made in an NBA 3-point contest? Very straight up question. Give me a straight up answer. Anybody? Let me know. There goes my music. I'm gonna go out and say they come to Colorado. I gotta practice and play with you or something Finland. I like it. But who holds the record for the most consecutive shots made in an NBA 3-point contest? Is it the likely candidates? Is it a random one? Damian Lillard is close. Oh, that is so close. The most consecutive. So close, but it's not the answer, Someone made more consecutive 3-point shots. This guy actually holds the record for many, many records in the 3-point contest. Maybe you're thinking historically, maybe in the recent years. What do you guys think? Anyone know the answer to this? Klay Thompson's a nice guess. Why don't you guys actually type it in? Like, seriously. We have Google, we got ChatGPT now, we got your brother, your uncle, you got your moms to ask, and y'all just making up stuff in the comment section? Seriously? Alright, so anyways, you haven't told the end of the show to answer it. Those 2 answers would not be answered. They're nice guesses anyway. Whoever answers it by the end gets a point. We got Vaughn leading 2-1. Alright, moving on to our story. Who's got it? That's the answer. The answer is Craig Lucifer Hodges. That's not his middle name. Craig Hodges was from the Chicago Bulls, and he was a 3-point sniper. Very, very skinny dude. All right, but he not only does that. Craig Hodges and Jason Capono, again, another guy I know, Jason Capono, they hold the record for the most shots made in one round, 21 of 25. Craig Hodges also holds the records for most consecutive shots made, which is 19. 19 in a row. Most appearances, which is 8. 25, and most points, 25 out of a possible 30 points. 83.3% average. All right, Craig Hodges, legend, and we got Teo Trujillo with the score. Nice job, Teo. Adding the point to your scores right now, Teo. You now have 1 point. Congratulations, sir. All right, moving on to the homework. Let's see who's been posting some homework. Who's been posting? Kevin Durant's been posting? Ah, there we go, right there. Okay, so we got Blake Bastani. Keep going, Blake. Keep going, Blake. All right, Weston posting right there. I see that. Make sure that your videos aren't private. Okay, I like it. Now, that reminds me again. Hey, look, we got our elementary school team got blasted on Saturday twice. All right, and I like that. That is what I want to happen. But I want you guys to go out there and be like, now, because I got beat, I'm going to work out so hard. We can't have people go, I got beat? Oh my God, I quit. I want to quit. I want that to inspire you. Good job, Jeremy. I see you doing homework too. I got Mello there as well. Good job. All right, but yeah, dude, I need you guys to be inspired by everything, not just the defeats. And I talked to what's his name? Max about that. I said, are you going to go home and work out now because you're mad? I think that's one level right there. That's just one level up from doing nothing, okay? But the higher level than that is when you do well, can you go out there and work out? But the higher level than that is when you do neutral, can you go out and just totally be inspired for no reason at all. If that's who you are, that's who you are. All right? And that's who you want to be. You want to be the person where if bad things happen, you're inspired to do better. Good things happen, inspired to do better. Nothing happens, inspired to do better. Just random Tuesday on a Tuesday night, inspired to do better. It's who you are. And if that can become who you are, then you can eventually become a person who inspires others. You like that? See what I did there? Anyways, let's check out the story of the day. Watch. When players try to finish tough shots in the key, do not foul them. Simply wall up your opponent with your chest near them and your feet on the ground. If they can hit a tough shot against your physical contact on a consistent basis, there's really only one thing to do. Get their autograph. Because that's something only pros can do. You know, funny thing is, not even pros can really do that. It's funny how I found so many pictures of people just walling up. You don't need to foul. You should be trying to avoid people on those. All right. And Kobe Bryant, he said that was the only defensive strategy that he struggled against. He said when he would drive against the San Antonio Spurs, he would drive in there and they would just move. And he's like, oh my God, and throw it up like too hard. He's like, he goes, it took him 2 years, he said, to figure that out. And for a guy who thinks about the game and practices the game so much, that's amazing. Now, we don't play against that. We don't play against too many Kobe Bryants. If you guys don't realize that people are going in out of control, and if you guys aren't willing to concede something, you're going to wind up fouling out of games. And so many times we end up with our hands straight up like this, and then they bang into us and they get the foul anyways. And it's because your hands probably aren't straight up, one. But two, yeah, if you're moving your feet, or even if you're not, the odds are that the offensive player will get the foul called if there's contact. All right, and what you need to be doing is to learn how to jump backwards from this, which is crazy. What you need to do is to figure out how to contest a layup or contest a shot without trying to block the shot. What you need to do is rotate earlier. When you're in help side, what you need to do is to force your teammate or force your opponent toward the baseline instead of down the middle. All this stuff can help. But bigger than that, bigger than just what that whole video was saying about walling up and things like that, especially when they're in the post. Bigger than all of that is switch it. Always reverse what I'm telling you. On offense, take advantage of that. It's stupid, and I'm saying all these rules, take advantage of that. All right, and now I don't want to get too controversial here, but it reminded me of this. All right, when I was growing up, my mom said something that every black kid has heard. All right, and it goes something like this. It goes, "Hey, you have to try, because you're black in a white man's world, you have to try twice as hard to get half as much." It's just what we're told, okay? Whether it's true or not, it's what we're told. And I think it's a great saying, especially for short people in basketball or something like that, right? Or women in the world, right? You have to try twice as hard to get half as much. Whether it's true or not, it's a great way to approach this. But what I really should be doing is flipping it. Let's say I had a white kid, and I'd be like, "Hey, look, that black guy over there got to try twice as hard to get half as much as you. Make sure that you go twice as hard as him, and you win." Flip it. So with that said, on offense, attack people. If you see their arm straight up, it doesn't matter. Just hit them as hard as you can, and then they must keep their hands up. That's why for our athletic spin, where we go in and out between the leg behind the back to spin, is we practice going up first, because that is into them, and then relocating either way. All right. Speaking of which, we actually have the video for that now. All right. So you guys have no excuses to not be doing this. But yeah, so athletic spin. Right there. Show it, go it, flow it. I just made that up. That doesn't make sense. Show it, flow it, now. Like, there's nothing that makes sense with that. I don't know. But yeah. So when you go at people, attack them. Go into their body. Now, again, I learned this from a whole bunch of small people. Big people didn't teach me this. Small people taught me this. And it's because I was always tall, and I was a very good shot blocking guy. But there were some people I couldn't block their shot, no matter how small they were. And I remember asking somebody, Frank Alaco, wherever you are out there, he runs ASA in California. He came in against me and hit me with his hip, put the ball out there, threw up like a hook shot, and it like went sky high, hit the top of the backboard almost, and went straight down the net like he knew it was going in. And all I was trying to do was, don't foul him. I'm jumping backwards. I'm like running out the way. And I'm like, yo, how'd you learn to do that? And he's like, oh, I've been playing against tall guys like you my whole life. And I'm like, that's amazing. Now imagine if I could do that. I could score on Wembanyama easy. But a lot of times we just take things for granted, which is why I have some big guys in like 7th, 8th grade who are just getting the ball and they're shooting jump shots for layups. And I'm like, yo, shoot this shot. And they're like, I don't have to. I'm like, you don't have to yet. So for those of you guys who don't shoot real layups yet, still shooting the jump shot layup. For those of you guys who aren't doing certain things because you don't need to right now, like Declan dribbling the ball too high and stuff like that, begin doing the right things because you want to play at a higher clip. Begin doing those things. All right? And here's the quote of the day. The quote of the day is move on. All right? Move on. I think that it's a good quote of the day because we have to not only move on after the bad things happen, we have to move on after the good things happen as well. We can't dwell in just one spot, okay? So if we lose that game, if we win that game, we got to move on. And the best way to move on is to be inspired by it. So it's inspirational movement, all right? So at the end of the day, we're constantly getting better, all right? And for you guys out there who missed the beginning, don't forget, it is like the sword and the stone. Except the sword isn't in the stone because the best players do not want to lift the sword either. The foreigners are getting better. We aren't getting better. The foreigners are, right? People in Europe are getting better. People in Australia are getting better. People in Japan are making the NBA now. We're not getting better. So with that said, that's a good thing. If the kings and queens of America don't want to pick up the sword and work hard, you might as well. And if you can't lift it because it's too heavy for you, you keep trying. Because now we all get a chance, not just special people. All right, and that's what our program's all about. I'll see you guys at the workout tonight. Hope you guys are having a great week off. All right, but we're still on for basketball. And we also have games this week, and sign up for games this Saturday, and we also have games next weekend as well. I just did it for us, so book that stuff, please. All right, guys, that's my time. I think that's that. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. All right, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Reese's Pieces, everybody.